Hey friends, welcome to another video. In this video, we will be talking about some of the habits we need to start developing now if you want to become successful in life. So make sure you watch the video right up to the end, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and be a hero by sharing the video to help someone learn something new today. If you're watching this, means there's a high probability that you're going to be successful someday in life. But as we all know, success is not something that just happens. There are some habits we need to really develop and build them as we strive towards our journey of success in life. The first, and what I consider one of the most important habits to develop if you want to become successful in life, is reading. I bet a lot of us watching this has passed through school, you have studied a course, but what we studied from school alone is not enough to make us successful in life. There's a point in life where we need self-education to become successful, and we can only get this self-education from reading books. There are a lot of secrets out there, a lot of solutions to our problem, but yet we struggle so much to find the solution because we don't have that habit of always reading. There was a point in my life where I really admired some people and I wish I could be like those people. I wish they were my mentor, but guess what? These things don't come for free. And at the time, I do not even have money to feed myself, talk less of paying somebody to mentor me. So what I always do is I just go online, look for books written by these people or random articles which was inspired by the writing of these people. And when I read them, I get so inspired by the knowledge from those writers. In the past years, I have been reading a lot of books, but this year I kind of slowed down a little. But luckily enough, I met this amazing guy, Mr. Lionel. Shout out to Mr. Lionel if you're watching this. And he told me something that really sparked my mind. He told me, if you want to hide secrets from people, write it in a book because a lot of people don't like to read. And I kind of understood why Mr. Lionel was saying this thing because in the country where I live, there are some easy and legal ways on how you could make money. Not just make money, but how to build wealth for yourself. But these things are not allowed to be advertised because the government knows if such an information gets viral, a lot of people are going to use it and there might be a lot of wealth circulating in the country, which sometimes is not really a good thing for the government. But guess what? There are a lot of books out there with easy steps and procedures you could follow if you want to use this system to build wealth for yourself and your family. And we often see a lot of people who are like 60, 70, or 80 years who will weep and ask themselves, why am I only getting this information now when I'm too old? It's not like these things are new. Some of them have been existing for like 100 years, but they are only getting it at that point in their life. Why? Because they do not really develop the habit of reading while they were younger. So please, we don't want to be the people that will regret on later in life because we do not know some informations. Not like the information were not existing, but because we were not reading. So you can start reading today so that you can really unlock your mind, unlock your brain, and see the world in a different dimension. If you're really interested in reading and don't know where to get books, you could visit www.pdftribe.com where you could download free PDF and start reading. If you're just new and just want to start reading books, I suggest you start by reading Think and Grow Rich or The Power of Your Subconscious Mind, or either you read Man's Search for Meaning. If you want to read wealth book, you can check the video up here where I mentioned 3 books you must read if you want to start building wealth in your life. The second skill or second habit we need to develop is like we need to be visionaries because we need to be able to see a clear picture of the kind of person we want to become in life and set goals. Also, we need plans on how to achieve this goal because a vision is like a blueprint to your life and also a solid foundation where you could start building your dreams. I bet you there are a lot of people out there who are willing to take advantage of you, who are going to use you to build their vision. But if you have one already, nobody can take advantage of you because you are focused. Even though you are still starting your journey, but you already have a picture of your destination and you know there will be hurdles on the way. That's why you have goals and plan on how to overcome these hurdles. It's okay for us to change our strategy sometimes. It's okay for us to change our plans, but one thing that should be certain is our goals. Our goals should not be changed because every physical thing you see in this world today, the buildings, the vehicles, aircraft, it did not just happen from the blues. It all started with a vision from someone who believed in themselves and they had to walk right up to the point where they brought those things into reality. So if you're watching this and you don't have a vision of the kind of person you want to become yet, start creating that vision now. Picture the kind of person you want to become 5 years from now and take the necessary steps you need to start building that person. The third habit we need to develop is leadership. Not like we go around leading people, but leading ourselves. We should be able to take control of our destiny and don't live our life based on people's opinion. We need to have a definite purpose so that we can stay focused in life. We should try to live life based on the zero trust rule where we don't trust whatever people are saying and don't make our decisions based on the public opinion, because remember, the fact that everyone is saying this is the only way to do something does not mean that that's the right way. We should not stop ourselves from doing the things we love to do, because a lot of people have tried doing the same thing and they have failed. We should still try doing it. We should still put in our best, because we might actually be the first people that will become successful in that thing and then teach other people on how to go about it. But all these things cannot happen if you're not able to lead yourself. The fourth habit we need to develop is the habit of becoming dynamic, especially when our skills or craft is concerned, because as far as these things are concerned, learning never ends. You have to keep learning every day to improve your skills so that you can keep up with the trend of development in the world. Because with the way the world is fast developing, what is considered as the best and the topmost skill today might be the most useless skills 5 years from now. Let's take for instance, back in like 2012, someone was into IT and was a certified Windows 7 administrator. At that time, this was one of the top level technicians in the job market. Or let's talk about some mechanics back in the early 90s when we still had a lot of carburetor engines. At that time, they were really good technicians. But if they were not dynamic enough to keep up with the trend of development, means today they are not in the job market anymore. Because honestly, nobody uses a Windows 7 anymore or a car with a carburetor engine. That's why this skill is really considered one of the most important skills you need to have to be dynamic in your craft. Because while you are focusing to be a master in whatever you are studying now, try to have a vision of what things will be like in that field 5 years from now. Because as we all know, the world is gradually becoming a global something and there are new technologies every day. So we need to keep studying something to keep up with the trend. Because again, you could be the best in your craft today, you could have the best skills today, but 5 years, 10 years from now, you might not need what you need now to succeed. You need to be dynamic to learn new things all the time. The fifth habit we are going to be talking about is a problem solver. Once you have this habit, you start seeing the world in a different way, because where everyone will be seeing problems, you always try to see a solution. Because if we want something, if we need something and we don't have it, instead of saying we cannot afford this thing, we turn to ask ourselves, how can we afford this thing? One of the biggest issues in the world today are financial problems, and a lot of people have tried a lot of things to become financially free, but it did not work. So then concluded on themselves they can never be rich in life. But we don't want to be these people. Even though we have tried, we still need to always ask ourselves, how can we get rich? What have we not tried? Because there must be a way to go about this. Because honestly, there is a way. You need to always tell yourself this. It is funny, we live in a society today where when people need money, they pray to God and ask God for money. The reason why I say it's funny is because God does not give us money, but God gives us knowledge on how to make money. So if you need money, instead of praying and asking God for money, pray and ask God to give you the knowledge to solve any of the problems humanity is facing today. And in return, you'll be rewarded with a lot of money, because the richest people on earth are the people that are solving the problems that the humanity is facing. If you are able to solve any of these problems, you will have a lot of money. Once you are really developed in this habit, you'll start seeing the world in a different dimension. And when you stay around people and they're telling you of stories where Jesus Christ took water and turned it into wine, or Jesus Christ used 5 loaves of bread to feed 5,000 people, when people see this as a miracle or something that is impossible to happen, to you it's not a miracle. It is possible for that thing to happen, because any human being who is able to have an idea, have a vision of something, and you are able to develop that idea and present it in a physical form, maybe by an object, and maybe you sell it in return for money, that idea is your water, and that money is now your wine. You have turned your water into your wine. Or let's say you started up your business with like $5,000, and 5 years from now, you are able to generate a profit of $100,000 a month from that business. That's, you've taken 5 loaves of bread and you've multiplied it to feed 5,000 people. We need to stop the habit where we complain about all the things that God did not give us, and start using the things that God gave us to meet our needs. You might be thinking you are unfortunate because God did not give you a house, God did not give you good furniture or whatever, but you fail to understand that God gave you a tree, and the reason why He gave you a tree was because you could use this tree to build a house, you could use the tree to make any furniture of your choice and put it in the house. The last but not the least thing is that we need to believe in ourselves above everything. Even if no one is supporting you, support yourself, because you are not entitled to any help or any support from anyone. Remember, this is your dream. No matter how much you try to explain to someone, they'll never really have that vision you are having in your mind. So, for the few people that will believe in you, you have to appreciate them, thank them for their support. For those that don't believe in you, you have one job. You have to prove them wrong. Just prove them wrong. So, thank you for watching this video right up to this point. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, be a hero by sharing the video to help someone learn something new today. God bless you.